The story of Carlos Alcaraz feels like deja vu because of its similarity to Rafael Nadal's. But for Carlos, he's rising fast in the world of tennis and earning lots of money. But where does all that money go? Here's a little spoiler. He spends it on the most humble thing you can imagine. We consider Carlos Alcaraz the next Rafael Nadal, not just because they're both from Spain, but because of how much Carlos is following in the footsteps of Nadal. Carlos Alcaraz was born on the 5th of May 2003 in El Palmar, a village in Murcia, Spain, to parents Carlos and Virginia Alcaraz. His father, who was a Spanish tennis player, inspired Carlos, so by the age of 4, he was already in love with the sport. As a junior, Alcaraz was ranked as high as world number 22 after he won 2 titles on the International Tennis Federation Junior Circuit. At age 15, when he went pro, he won 3 titles on the ITF Men's World Tennis Tour and 4 on the ATP Challenge Tour, giving him his first breakthrough into the top 100 rankings back in May 2021. He entered the top 50 after reaching the quarterfinals at the US Open and won the 2021 Next Generation ATP Finals. And in 2022, he truly proved he's the next Rafael Nadal by officially being the youngest tennis player in the top 10 of the ATP ranking at just 18 years old. This is a record previously held by Rafael Nadal, who achieved this at the same age as Carlos 17 years ago. Carlos is the definition of humble, and while it might be because he's still very young with a lot of prospects, he actually doesn't own a flashy car yet. In fact, Carlos just got his driver's license in February 2022 after passing his driving test in 2021. As seen in a photo posted on his Instagram with the caption, "Objective completed, I am already one more on the road," we might get to see him purchase a new whip in the coming months. So maybe Carlos doesn't own any flashy cars or a mansion, but one thing about this young Spaniard that isn't so humble is his sponsorship deals with some of the biggest companies in the world. Carlos Alcaraz is sponsored by Nike. Nike gave Alcaraz the type of deal they made with Rafael Nadal. Here's how it went down. Nike took advantage of the opportunity and dressed Carlos Alcaraz as they did with Rafael Nadal in his first steps among the best tennis players on the planet. The sleeveless shirt, which was kind of reserved for Nadal, was also made for Alcaraz's first appearance at the Australian Open. He's also sponsored by Babolat for his tennis rackets. He has his special racket called the Babolat Pure Aeroverse racket. But the biggest deal of his career came in January 2022 when he joined the likes of Roger Federer, Sinner, and Stefanos Tsitsipas to become a brand ambassador for Rolex. As insane as that sounds, it shouldn't be a surprise because the Swiss watch brand has always had an eye for catching tennis players at the start of their phenomenal careers. Speaking with reporters after his Barcelona Open win, he said this: "The competitive and winning gene that I have comes from my family. They have always insisted on it, and I think that you always have to go for it. I always think of giving everything, and that is what I have done. I don't have any limits. I don't want to set any. I want to continue playing at the level I have, and I think that if I continue like this, I have many options to continue climbing. I'm glad to know that at 18 I'm in the top 10, and to do it on the same date that my idol, Rafa, did, it is impressive."